What up?
What up? What up?
Might just be you and me tonight. We're live. We're live right now, by the way.
Oh, good. Can you see me clearly, or is it kind of fuzzy?
No, you're good. It's a little blue, but it's not really that big of a deal.
Cool. Did you go live already?
We are live, so don't say anything incriminating here. Did you end up getting any action on this or no? I know you're out in Colorado. I don't know if they do that
Wouldn't
out there,
let
huh?
me. Wouldn't let
No.
me. Yeah, I tried. I tried all four of my betting sites, and then I tried looking up that site, and I couldn't really do it.
Dang, that sucks. What do they
Here,
got out there?
I use Bet MGM, DraftKings, a site called Two Rivers that I don't really use all that much, and then I use FanDuel. Honestly, I just basically jump around for different promotions. So they'll have like $5 free bet every Monday on this site and a $20 free football bet on this site. So I'll bounce around and make money, and then I bet the winnings or losings, whatever.
Just kind of yeah. That's been me lately. I've been on an absolute heater lately, so I've been just trying to. Usually it goes up and down like this, so like. I made a bet earlier and it was like decent, and I was like, you know what? Everybody's telling me in the chat to go for Minnesota, so I avoided it. I hit up customer service. I was like, hey, I'm out.
I would have gone Minnesota at 32.5 also. So
like a push.
So no, I would have taken I would have taken the points with Minnesota at 32.5.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna get a win. They're gonna get a win at heavyweight. And Brayton Lee is well within reason to get a win. If any upsets happen in that, you've already covered. So
Yeah, I thought it was a good line. People were saying that it was an easy bet, but I don't think it was as easy as people thought.
So sorry, I'm trying to scarf down my dinner really fast. But for you, in honor of you,
hey, let's go! I love it. I love it. I'm literally texting my lady right now saying, please bring me a swell.
Yeah. So I got this. I got a little a glass for myself, and then something to enjoy with my man. I will. So we'll say, did Felters tell you how much he hated my posters?
Oh no, there you go. He's not a fan, huh?
I don't think
I
he
was
cared
actually.
about this one as much.
Before we get into some of that stuff, I want to know if I'm ahead or behind from you. So right now, Spencer Lee is on the mat and they're getting ready to start 125, and they haven't started yet. You haven't started yet either, have you?
Nope. I actually let me play on it.
Okay, we got Tyler in the chat
there he
too.
is.
Tyler, did you figure it out?
Yep, Fox pulled through for me. It popped up on the home screen.
Oh, sweet. So we're just getting started now. I'm at 2:52 and the first period for Spencer Lee and Patrick McKee. Is that what you guys are at?
I am. Oh, my screen reloaded, so I'm actually popping back in there. I apologize. I had it up.
You're good. If I need to, I might switch to my computer at some point because I think my Apple TV runs a little bit slow. But if you guys are listening out there, let us know. Spencer Lee with the takedown, and but let us know what you guys have for the action tonight, so we can all either ride or die together. Hopefully we all ride. Hopefully we're all got the same thing. I ended up taking 32.5 for Minnesota, which it's not off to a good start, as Spencer Lee is now up 6-0 with 2 minutes left in the first period. Not good for me. Chris ended up not.
I don't think he's going to score very many points in the third period.
Hey, that tweet he's gonna have. Nomad's gonna have to live with that tweet for the rest of the season, or Spencer Lee's career at least.
Yeah, right. Let me mute this real quick. Sorry. Okay, so I have 1:45 in Spencer's match in the first.
Okay, so you're ahead of me. So I'm gonna try to maybe I'll switch to my computer. Because
I can just pause it. I can pause it to catch up to you, though.
No, it's all right. I mean, I'm just always behind.
Okay. Yeah, standard.
There you go.
I got Spencer up 10-0, about to take top.
He's about to pin. He's about to pin Patrick McKee.
He's getting a first period tech already, so he's already got it for me locked up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Spencer Lee is very good at wrestling, apparently.
But not in the third period.
Not the third period. Yeah, that's good. Now I will say this. I'm going to go ahead and defend Nomad on this one. The fact that people aren't smart enough to understand what he's saying on matches that went all of the periods, he outscores people in the first and the second more than in the third.
I totally get it, but I for the sake of the troll, I'm not going down. For the sake of the troll, I'm totally on Tom Brand's side. I don't think that Tom Brand understands what he's saying. All right. So Spencer Lee is up 6-0. He's got Iowa up 6-0. So I switched my laptop, so I should be a little bit faster than I was before. There's Spencer Lee's dad giving the clap.
I'm on the 133 home screen for DeSanto and Boo Dryden.
I think we're about at the same place, but yeah, I got to get rid of this Apple TV. Tyler, are you in the same spot that we are now?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, man. Who in the chat? Let us know who got some action. Jeff Smith, did you end up getting some action down there? Stallwater, let's go.
I couldn't wear it for the first two matches. There's no chance that was going to happen.
Right. Right.
Who put some money down?
I ended up putting a little bit of action down. But I originally tweeted Iowa, and then I went back on my thing after everybody was saying go ahead and go with Minnesota.
Take the point too.
That's the only reason why that's what swayed you.
Yeah, I let the chat get to me. I didn't think that I would, but here we are.
Now you'll love this for last week. I was at a table with a couple of other Packers fans.
Yep.
And they all just got into sports betting. So everybody had a free $100 bet, and they all put it on the Packers or Devontae Adams to win or to score the first touchdown. So when he scored the first touchdown, our table won like $4,000. Fucking went crazy. And the whole bar's looking at us all weird. It was pretty funny.
I normally never do that prop bet, but I actually did that on Devontae Adams. Not that game, but a different game in the season, and it ended up hitting. But when you have one guy, pretty much, it's, especially a guy like Devontae Adams, it's a pretty safe bet. And the odds for those are always like really good.
Sports betting. Yeah, he hit it for me 4 times this year.
Wow.
And I never take that bet. I only do it on that one. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So Austin DeSanto is up 2-0 here against Boo Dryden. So this is actually one of those matches that made me kind of second guess myself because I had some birds chirping in my ear saying he's a little bit better than his 20th ranking. I don't really know much about him. Chris, do you know, or Tyler?
No.
Just Boo.
I know he's like 6'3", like he's hella tall.
Yeah. How did they get another Ethan Lizak?
Right. He might cut less weight than Ethan.
Speaking of Ethan Lizak, he will be wrestling on the Penn RTC card with our boy Chandler Rogers. Make sure you guys check that out.
If you didn't get a chance to go watch that interview, go watch it. Chandler's always you think Chandler's must watch on the mat. He's good in an interview as well.
Yeah, we got some good feedback on that. I thought the quote that he said about like we used to climb up on these trees with the branches and wait till they break, I thought that was viral material. It didn't go exactly viral, but it was pretty good. 2-1 here with a minute left in the first period. That's where I'm at.
Yep.
How bad do you think DeSanto's how strong do you think his right hand is when he gets a hold of their tricep?
Oh, I'd love to feel it, or maybe I'd love to
Here's
feel
the
it.
see, yeah. I mean, I'm 200 pounds, and I'm like, it looks like he would drag me to the ground.
Right, right. Jeff Smith in the chat is saying if DeSanto doesn't bonus, Minnesota covers. I think you might be right. That was one of the ones that I had on paper when I originally was going with the Hawkeyes that Austin DeSanto needed a tech fall. It's 6-1 here with 20 seconds, almost 20 seconds to go in the first period.
Where do you have the chat? Is it on Facebook?
It is on YouTube, so if you got multiple tabs, maybe you can bring it up. This is the first time I've used Ecamm. The last time we used StreamYard, and I like StreamYard better, but I had a lag and I couldn't fix it on there. But StreamYard's going to fix that. So we're using Ecamm for now. But
I think there's a chat thing up in your right hand corner, Chris, to open it up.
What'd
Tyler,
you say?
do you have it on yours?
I do, yeah.
Oh, you have it on your Ecamm? You can see the chat?
No, you should be able to see it on yours too, Chris.
Up in the right hand corner, there's a little like message thing I had to click to make it the pop up the chat.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Life changed.
And if anybody else is out there, I don't know how many people we can add to this thing, but if we can add one more, we'll take one more. Just DM me on Twitter or something like that, and we'll try to add you. As long as you got somewhat of a phone camera or computer camera preferred, but some sort of setup.
DeSanto's got a bonus. I don't know if you guys say he's up 8-1 now, and he has the writing time.
Yeah. Don't worry, the bet's still alive. Really, this 32.5 is going to come down to 57 and 285, depending on how bad the bonus is at 285. But 57 is really the one that's going to make me jump up and scream.
Those are the two weights I named, right? I mean, right off the top of the bat. I mean, the fact that I was able to get Brayton Lee in our fantasy chat, I thought that was incredible. I was looking through it. I'm like, no, yeah. Somebody has them, right?
Right.
Just somehow
slipped through the cracks. 8-1 here, minute 33 left to go. Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're boot riding, you're going to try to keep it to it. It's with riding time, it's a major, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping he just kind of stalls it out. That's kind of his job, hopefully, with this one.
I think he's got too much time. He's got 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes left to not give up another takedown right now.
Luis in the chat, who do you have? Let me know who you have. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping he just. 2. All right, 8-2. We're back in motion here. I love that mat that Minnesota has. Did they have that mat last year? I always remember a really burgundy mat, but they got more of a black one here.
Do you see Tony Rotundo's message in here? This Minnesota kid is 1,000 feet long.
Yeah. Yes, he is. 10-2, not good
he might give
for
up
us.
10 here. Uh-oh.
I mean, we can deal with it, but it's not ideal here. I don't think he's going to be able to pin him. This kid, right as I say that, he's going to get pinned, isn't he?
He didn't. He doesn't get pinned. I'm a little bit ahead of you. Sorry. I'm at 20 seconds. Where are you at?
I'm at 33.
Okay, I'm going to pause it for 10 seconds. That way we're at the same timeline.
I mean, I even switched to my computer.
Yeah, but you're still streaming, and I'm actually on the live feed.
What do you mean?
So I have the BTN. My TV is a streaming service. I do it through YouTube, so it gives me like it would be on a regular television.
So do I. I have
so
AT&T TV.
I have no lag essentially. I mean, I don't think so.
What are you at now? I just refreshed.
I'm at 5 seconds left, but I paused it for you.
Oh, I'm at 11. Yeah, I'm gonna be about 5 seconds. Fine, it's fine. Yeah, just react as you can, but don't spoil it. You can jump up and do whatever you want.
Pausing for another 5 seconds. We're good.
So it looks like right now Austin DeSanto is probably going to get this major, which isn't. I mean, that's probably chalk for most people. I would say. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think a major's not bad. If you get a major right now, that's not really going to change the course of anything. Last year it was. One of the ones from last year was the Oklahoma State Iowa one, and Iowa covered in like the first 3 matches.
Ooh, this headlock's tight. I don't know where. Are you at a minute 40?
I'm at a minute 40. Yeah.
DeSanto does not like that position.
No, he's got his hips backed out. Someone on Twitter says I got a bad take, so I got to respond.
A takedown will now be the tech.
Which I think
is they gave it to Brew. Okay, he held up the wrong hand. Although it's going to be a tech fall now anyways.
Oh man, rough for the Minnesota Gopher guys. Let's go. I should have bought a Minnesota shirt. Okay, don't give up the pin though.
Yeah, it's over.
Right. Yeah, that's a wrap. All right, that's fine.
DeSanto literally stood up and went, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
This free year, a lot of people are complaining about a lot of it. I mean, I know Wade Chalice did a whole lot of complaining because who knows why that fucking crazy dingbat did that. But we get 2 years of Austin DeSanto.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what other way they really could have done it.
I thought that they were going to give a. I didn't think they were just going to give a free year. Doesn't count against anything. I thought they were going to say, if you wrestle, it's a free year. If we don't have a championships, if we do have a championships, it's going to count as a year, and just put it out there like that.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think I don't know. I like what they did. I mean, it sucks that the guys last year got screwed.
Oh my God! I mean, you talk about Kolodzik wrestled what, 6 matches? He came out. Yeah. He wrestled 3 matches, and then he wrestled EIWAs, right? So
yep.
I mean, people can talk about Colin Moore and Lugo or Pletcher and all. I agree, all of them got screwed, but nobody was worse than a guy who came out of an Olympic red shirt to wrestle five matches to have it pulled out from underneath him in a serious title threat.
We got a couple new people in the chat here. Casey Creeder, you guys might know him. Pro Bowler in the house. St. John Briggs in the house. St. John Briggs says lots of true freshmen are going to see the mat because of it. That is true. Iowa State is a good example of that. They got, 25 true freshmen, 33, and I think 49 right now is backing up Jarrett Dagan. Cam Robinson, he's been a stud and fun to watch, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out throughout the rest of the year. Aaron Sweezy in the house. What's going on? Casey, am I scared? I'm not scared yet, man. I'm not scared. This is chalk. This is all going according to the plan.
Hey, by the way, Walker, cheers. I got a seltzer for you too.
Oh, okay. Cheers.
Watermelon swell, boys.
I should have grabbed a seltzer.
I don't know where this Corona seltzer actually came from. It was in my fridge, so.
Yeah, right. You bought it. You know you bought it.
I mean, I had them in the back of my truck when you were in town, but I zero idea where this came from.
All right.
Maybe
as they show their ads, we'll say a couple of ours real quick. This broadcast is brought to you by Matman. Promo code Stalemates for 10% off. They got the best mat tape in the game. If I'm trying to think of a wager that if I lose the wager, I got to tape myself to the wall and watch an entire dual meet or something like that. Also, you got Barbarian Apparel. Shout out to Barbarian Apparel. They hooked it up. They got this sick shirt. It's almost as good as Chris's shirt. You guys both were rocking the Stalemates hats.
Yeah, I actually had this one on today, so I didn't have to free plug for Wrestle Like a Girl, but big proponent of women's wrestling. Colorado just screwed over a lot of female teams this year, while still allowing the men to have their state tournament, which kind of sucked. But yeah, get your girls wrestling. Buy some apparel, get some merch, Stalemates.
Let's go. Yeah, Casey Creator's drinking rum in his cup. Shot out and tired. Maker's Mark. Wes Schweers drinking Bushy Treats, the blue smoothie. We're starting 141 now. Iowa is up 11-0. So if you bet on them tonight, you know you're in the green right now. Jay Nyerman. This is one. I don't know. This isn't who was this the guy? This was the backup, wasn't it?
So they just fed a fish to the wolf, man. Like Ironman ain't no joke.
I know, dude. I literally put money on Iowa. I called William Hill and I said, "Get me out of this bet." I did it on accident, and now this guy's out there, and I hope this is a dark horse or something like that. But I don't know. I don't remember what I had on my little notes. If I had Jaden Ironman by a decision or what, but I don't think it's gonna be good for me right now. 2-1, 2 minutes left. Jake Ham, what's up, brother? My mom is in the chat. What's up, Mom?
Who's L.A. Bogle?
That is my mom. Shout out. 2-1 though. Little under 2 minutes left to go here.
Your mom gets funny. She got a fake name on Facebook, but she's funny.
I made her.
on Twitter. I mean, on Twitter.
Yeah, I made her. Casey, the line is 32.5, which I think is like, I think it's a pretty fair line. I know it seems pretty outlandish on paper, but I think a lot of people, there's people that thought it should have been 29.5, but I think a lot of people were taking Iowa. I did an Instagram chat. Let me see what it is. I did an Instagram poll, and I did a Twitter poll. So the Instagram poll, 57% for Iowa and 43% for Minnesota. And then the Twitter one here is, let's see,
Oh my God.
50%. It's 50-50.
Really?
Oh
Yeah, just
my
see what
gosh.
Ironman
Did you just see that?
Ironman's pulling Matrix. He's seeing ones and zeros.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I think he might
Yeah.
be. I think he might go down as one of the most underrated, like scramblers. I know a lot of people give him credit for scrambling, but he's high level.
I mean, yeah, he beat Yanni, and you want to talk about scrambling. I mean, that guy's up there with the best that ever was. Askren, right? So.
Mm-hmm. Luis, yeah, they really did screw us by throwing this guy out there. I didn't see this happening, but anything could happen. I still think, well, it's 6-3 right now, but 57.
Hold on to that ankle, dude.
Oh.
Hold on to that ankle, bro. Hold on to that ankle. Nope.
Honestly, what would be best here if he just tries to just try to get continuous stalemates and not try to score.
Yeah. It's basically like God, I can't remember the kid's name now. So that good story. I can't even remember the dude's name.
All right, 6-3 here, starting the second
Who's
period.
that one kid who never scored any points from Illinois?
I don't know.
Oh, can't think of it.
Plus, no, that sounds like a setup. Sounds like you're trying to get me to say that, so then people clip it and then they tag him saying, "Oh, Zach, who's that guy who never scored any points?" And I say, "Oh, Mike Jones." And then I get canceled and I get freaking roasted by somebody. I get called a clown by somebody, and their whole team tries to take me down. That's what that sounded like.
I guess the benefit of not having my own podcast is I don't worry about getting canceled.
Well, what's funny is like the first time we ever had anybody like really go at us or whatever. I didn't think anybody was listening, so it was totally easy to do that stuff. Yeah, but
Yeah, are
now,
you thinking of Gunther? Because that's what I thought you were talking about, Joey Gunther.
Gunther, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, he got stalled
I
out
knew
by.
God! If you took a shot on him, he tried to steal you. If you were on top, he just hold on. I mean, yeah, just see somebody never want to actually score points in a match.
Yep. In on a shot, Marcus Polanco.
Dude's incredibly better than I ever was.
Disclaimer, right?
All right, that didn't work well. That shot was a bad idea, Marcos.
What'd you make the title for this one, Zach? For this YouTube live stream?
Oh crap! I don't even think I did that.
I
It says live stream. I don't know how to change it.
don't know. I feel like that title was crucial last time.
I don't know. We got 30 people in the chat. Hopefully this doesn't exit us out. Here we go. I'll change it. You guys go ahead and keep talking.
Tony Rotunda still in the chat. Shout out to California.
Where are you watching this? Big Ten Network.
Three-time California State qualifier, top 6 twice. So I guess this kid Polanco's from my home state, and I still don't know him.
Well, he's trying.
I mean, he wrestles at a D1 program, and he scored 6 points on Jaden Ironman. Oh, there goes the cradle. No.
Tony's in here. Tony's still here.
Is he? Ah, there he is. He's actually from the Bay Area, so I grew up real close to where he's from.
All right, so we're back. Hopefully that worked. Tyler, good call, man. Hopefully it's back. Yes, it worked. Cool. I went heavy in the keywords too, dude. Good call. I put Iowa versus Minnesota Big Ten Network Wrestling live reaction.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
17 to
You gotta
8.
add that live. That's like putting fan account at the end of a troll Twitter. Like you got to make sure it's in there.
Yeah. Well, last time we had 300 people last time for the David Taylor Jordan Burroughs one, and it was a bunch of kids saying, "Where's the link? Where's the link? Give us the link. Where's the link?" And they were just wanting me to pirate the stream, and I was like, "Oh, you guys came for the wrong thing. This is just us up here talking about this match."
Yeah. We've seen too much. We've seen too much flow lawsuits to be posting those links, bro.
Oh, dude, I would get a strike and take it down so fast. I'd be on a one-way ticket to Austin. 17 to 8, 53 seconds left. This kid's not doing too bad.
This kid's from Gilroy. He's actually a somewhat Northern California kid too. Luis just said that.
As long as he doesn't get teched here, I think
Yeah.
I think it's still in reach.
Let's go, Gunther.
What do you think the chances of Gable getting a pin are?
I feel like something crazy would have to happen. I don't know.
High. Mason Paris stuck him last year.
High as in like we have a good chance of Cassiope getting pinned?
Do I think how's this? Do I think Cassiope is one of the best heavyweights in the country? Absolutely. Do I think Gable Stevenson could pin him? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think he's going to? No, I don't.
Yeah. Jeff Smith, he figured this as a major this afternoon, and the bet is still alive. Are you in on Minnesota then, I'm assuming? Gable win by major. That's a major for Jaden Ironman there. I think we're still at chalk here. This is a 15.
Tyler, your boy.
Who's that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Max Murin had a mullet.
Yep. This one's interesting. I think maybe there could be an upset potential for Michael Blockus. I texted some people today, and they said no chance, but I got faith in the Iowa kid versus Max Murin here.
Hey, there's still hope.
The bet is alive still. I think things are at chalk right now, but you got the 6th ranked guy and the 17th ranked guy. I think what's funny about the Big Ten Network is they had the Flow contract, and so they were they used to use the Flow rankings. And before, I want to say that they were Intermat, but then now that the Flow contract is over, they're using like 3 rankings sometimes, like on the big graphic cards, and they do not use Flow at all, it's like, I don't know. I think that was kind of funny. Not that I don't think it's like a shot, but it's like, all right, well, if you're not going to pay for it or whatever, we're not going to use it. But we'll use these other 3 networks rankings.
Well, I saw one the other day because I saw they were using track wrestling. They were using a couple of different. The other day, somebody mentioned a Flow ranking. So I think they're just picking and choosing whatever makes the wrestler the highest.
I don't think it should be that way. They should use one. They should find like one set of rankings. I personally use Intermat just because I think Intermat is like the most algorithmic. Not saying they're always the most right at the end of the year, but it's the most like mathematical rankings to me.
I actually really like the open mat. I like Earl's rankings a lot, and a lot of times I'll bump them against the Wrestle Stat, so I'll get an idea because Wrestle Stat's 100% just out. It's an algorithm, right? There's no play in it. Some dude could be ranked 4th, and he's had 17 matches, but he's wrestled nobody.
Right.
So I'll do that. So Intermat's always good. I've used Intermat for the longest amount of years.
I always used Intermat. I mainly used Intermat because I had a bet with the teacher that he said that I can't remember what year it was for Kyvan Gatson, but they said that Kyvan Gatson would not be an All-American. And I remember Flo had him ranked in the top 8, and I was like, "Look, Flo's got him in the top 8." He goes, "Well, the only one that counts is Intermat." And so from then on, from like my sophomore year, I've only used Intermat. That's like the main reason, I guess. 0-0. This is all right. I'm cool with this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It must have been probably 2008, 2009 when I started using Intermat's rankings, when I started realizing. And then But I always liked because you could look up their profiles at the time too. I don't know if I don't really use them to look up people's profiles anymore, but I always thought that they had a good system there.
0-0 here, 28 seconds left. Am I still behind you guys?
I'm at 12 seconds left, so I'll pause it again to get to where you're at.
I'm a little behind you guys, so it's all good.
The chat's like, dude, we're on the next match already.
Really? Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys at 57 already? Like the duel's over. 0-0. Blockus is hanging in there.
Yeah,
Why did I see
nothing.
Oh, not good. You don't get taken down at the end there. No takedown. Oh, he got it. Dang it.
At time, yeah.
Ah, that's rough. That's rough. Second period. Come on, Minnesota.
Hey, Rotunda, you gonna call in, bro?
He said he had to go. He had to go make dinner. We might have a special guest. There is somebody in the chat that may or may not be able to get in. But I can't say who it is right now.
I didn't ask.
3-0. I love that. 3-0. We have. I think this might be out of reach now for Blockus. I was hoping he could squeak out with maybe like a 2-1 win.
Yeah, Miran's hard to score on for sure. So if he gets a lead, he's gonna hold that lead. I don't know that he gets a major still though, right? Like.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody would have picked Blockus today, but I was kind of hoping it would be that sneaky hitter. I thought that, like, when I was going through the thing earlier and I ended up picking Iowa in the beginning, it was like so many things had to go right that I was like, okay, I could see this happening. I could see this happening. And then when you step back and you look at it from like a macro perspective, you're like, wow, that is a lot of, I could see that could happenings, but not a lot of, I think that would happen.
Yeah.
Blockus probably would have been my dark horse pick out of anybody.
Yeah, he's sneaky good, man.
You have to pick if you have to pick an upset.
If I had to pick an upset, I'd probably be, on paper, it'd probably be him. I think Max Miran's good, but I don't know if he'll be ranked 6th at the end of the year. Do you?
I mean, he ended the year last year ranked 3rd or 4th, but same thing. I mean,
I feel like we've never got a chance to see a whole season really pan out totally for him, like smoothly.
Yeah. Agreed. Yep. Last week during the duel, I was chatting with a buddy live, and I actually picked before the duel started. I picked all the matches, and I picked everything correct. The only thing I missed was that I said a tech for Spencer Lee, not a pin. So I was off by 1 point on the team score, but Nelson Brands almost made me look dumb. He almost majored or teched Venz.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's insane. He's gotten so much better.
Beat him, but I didn't think it was going to be anything like that.
Do you think Abe Assad ends up transferring? There were some rumors about that.
I mean, why wouldn't he? They're the same grade. Yeah. I like Assad a lot too.
But people don't transfer from Iowa. I mean, besides the Steve Mako, I guess, but there's not a lot of, and Skylar St. John, but other than that, there's not a ton of people that transfer from Iowa. They just kind of stick out and maybe get 1 year for Iowa. Sometimes they end up being national champions. 3-1.
I mean, could you imagine if Assad went to a team like a Michigan next year or
Iowa State?
Ooh, hey.
Can he cut down to 165?
I'd like to see him go to a Pac-12 team, but that's because I always want a Pac-12 team to do well.
NS Hank Wrestling says Nelson Brands on the title watch. Neil Atterberg is giving out the spoilers 5-1. He says I'm still at 3-1. Man,
5-1 now.
Yep, 5-1. He's ahead. Dang, I'm a little bit behind. I'm gonna have to get cable TV and cough up the big bucks. Well, how much is cable nowadays?
I don't know. I canceled TV and it lasted for a whole week before the wife signed us back up.
I do AT&T TV is what I use, which is essentially DirecTV Now.
If you want my suggestion, get YouTube TV. I think it's $65 a month, but we're logged in here. When I was in Ohio, I was logged in with our same service. I can use it on my phone when I'm like up in the mountains. I have BTN on there. I'll tell you, like this new YouTube TV, it's just like everything else, but it's streaming, so you can use it on your phones. Huge plug for YouTube TV. They are not paying me, but if you want to kick me some bucks.
What's your promo code, Chris? Promo
No,
code
I honestly thought it was stupid, but I'll tell you what. When we were in Ohio and I was able to just log in on the in-laws TV and watch, I was like, okay, it's pretty sick.
That's fire. Casey wants in on the Nelson Brands off-season program. Me too, man. Too bad this camera view, you can't see these pipes. I got that Rogaine for muscles, man. 18
yeah,
to 0.
They have two, they have two brands in the lineup right now.
Okay, so 18 to 0, which if you're looking at this, it doesn't look great for you, the Minnesota plus 32.5 guys and girls, right? But a lot of it comes down to this match, right? You got Brayton Lee and you got Caleb Young, top 10 matchup. This is what it comes down to. In my opinion, this is what it comes down to. If Brayton Lee sneaks out a win, we know we're going to get 285, right? So let's just say 285, we get a major. It'd be 7 total, right? So I don't know what this would look like for the rest, but it also comes down to, like, are they going to throw Kemmerer out there? Because Kemmerer's probably going to get bonus, right?
Yeah, and I think he's going to go.
It'll be his first match. It'll be his first match of the year, but I don't see a way he doesn't bonus that match. I mean, I'll tell you this. Caleb Brands isn't going to get majored, right? So even if he loses to Brayton Lee, you're looking at 3 points.
Caleb Young.
I thought he was married to a Brands now. Don't you have to change your last name?
How long were you sitting on that, Chris? How long? You wrote that down a week ago, and you're like, hey, can I jump on the live stream and do this for you?
He threw out the bait earlier, and you didn't take it. I bet he was so disappointed.
Did you know?
Yeah, nobody did. I was like, all right, I'm going to go for it one more time.
How did you know, Tyler?
He's like, there's 2 Brands on the team, and I was like, I don't know where he's going with that, but then the conversation kept moving. So
Dude, you got me. Hook, line, and sinker. You got me. That was good. That was good. He did though. Which who's his father-in-law? Which one?
Tom Brand's daughter.
Dang.
No, sorry, Terry Brand's daughter.
So Nelson's his brother-in-law.
Cousin-in-law. That's whatever it is that makes him his cousin-in-law. However that works. Whatever brother that is.
It's his brother cousin. We all got a brother cousin. We all got brother cousins in Iowa.
But for real, how do you think that conversation goes? You have one of the scariest. Your coach and your assistant coach are 2 of the scariest men on the face of the planet, and you have to be like, we were at study group, we were at a church group function, and we just fell in love right away. There was nothing I could do, coach. Yeah. How do you have that conversation?
I don't know. I was pretty nervous for mine, but I imagine he was probably pretty nervous too. Everybody's saying
was your wife the daughter of the coach?
Nope. Caleb Young ranked 7th. Brayton Lee ranked 6th.
All right.
Oh, man. All right. Ride or die
this has
time.
Fantasy implications. This is big fantasy for me.
Who do you have?
I have Lee. Remember, I picked him up last week.
Yeah. Brayton Lee. Oh, yeah. You said he slipped through the cracks. All right. Here we go. 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Okay. We need this one. Chris, who would you said you would have taken if you could have bet?
Oh, easily. I would have taken 34. Minnesota plus 34.5.
32.5. And Tyler, what about you?
Oh, yeah. Either way, I would have taken it.
I wish I could answer that, but I know nothing about betting and spreads.
Well, basically, like 32.5 means would you have taken Iowa to win by 32.5 or Brayton or Minnesota to lose by less than 32.5?
Oh, I would have taken Iowa.
Yeah, so you're saying Iowa is going to win by 33.
Okay.
Points.
Yeah.
And I'm saying I would have taken Minnesota in that bet all day.
I'm gonna take Minnesota. I originally took Iowa, but here we are.
Now that I'm thinking it over, that seems a little ridiculous, but I'll stick with my guns.
Well, it's hard. Well, it's easier for you now that you're looking at 18-0.
Yeah, it's a little. Let me get in right now. I don't think they do in bet. They do in betting on UFC. Okay, we need this. We need this right here. No spoilers. I'm at minute 36.
Somebody says Brands looks over and says, "Nice shirt."
And he was wearing that next shirt.
Do you think Tom Brands was wearing the Stallwater shirt when he asked him? Tom Brands had no idea who we were. He had no idea. He had no idea. I gave him the shirt and afterwards.
At that time, that's more understandable than even now.
Oh, yeah.
Month and a half later,
I think we had 500 subscribers at the time. Yeah, but he was just like, "What am I doing here?" He drove all the way to Des Moines, which, if you're not from here, it's a 2-hour match or a 2-hour drive. Winner of this match probably covers the spread, right? Dave Vance, yeah, it kind of. Dave Vance, winner of this match, probably covers the spread. Yeah, I think this bet really comes down to this, and then obviously the heavyweight, just depending on how much he can win by.
Chill, Casey. I'm getting into the betting, okay?
Casey's going hard in the paint on Tyler. Yeah.
Hey Tyler, I'll send you a link. You get $100 free bet. You can put on whatever you want. Yeah. All right. I'll get $100 free just so you know that I'm not trying to screw you. Yeah. Also, I will say you also get a $1 to win $100. You can put $1 on any NFL team this weekend, and if they win, you get $100.
1-0, baby. 1-0.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Luis says, "Ref with the stalemate shout out." That is one of my favorite things about our name is how many times it gets shouted out. Like how many free shout outs we get during a match. What's funny is when we went down to Campbell, they were doing wrestle-offs, and the coaches actually refed a lot of the preliminary matches, and then for the finals, they had a real ref come in and do it. But Win Mahalik, I told him beforehand, we interviewed him, I was telling him, like, hey, we're trying to get a clip of a ref saying, stalemate, and then we're going to film it and then pan over to me real quick, and I'm going to, like, wink. And so he was, like, maybe calling early stalemates or like saying it really loud and like looking over, we ended up not really getting the right shot, but shout out to Win.
We got one, but we didn't use it. But afterwards, he was like, "I got you."
Yeah, it was a little off.
Zombie burger or Fongs? Those are kind of tough to compare. I'm gonna say Fongs, but I'm a big pizza guy.
Fongs is good.
What's this? Good. I mean, how good is this Casey's place they talk about?
That was insane how much hubbub there was about Casey's Pizza this past week.
I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. They have really, really good breakfast pizza, but I don't know. As like a pizza guy, like I'm a big pizza fan, it sucks that it's being put out there as the #1 pizza in Iowa. It's a good slice though. But overall pizza, I'm going with Wig and Penn. They're in Iowa City, and then they're also in Ankeny, which is a suburb of Des Moines. But it's like a Chicago deep dish style, and I've had Chicago deep dish, and I'm maybe going to get slaughtered in the comments for saying this, but it's up there with all of them.
Yeah, and I won't lie, though. Last time whenever I was home over the holidays in my hometown, small town, I had Casey's breakfast pizza every single day. So.
All right, 1-1, boys.
I'm not afraid to say that I'll eat a. I'm not afraid to say that I'll eat a gas station pizza, but I've never had one that I'm just like, this is it. This jam.
I mean, it's way better than every other. It's way better than every other gas station pizza. And actually, my client is in charge of the entire division of Casey's for pizza, and it's probably a stressful job for him, but it's like, I want to say I don't know, don't quote me on this, but I think they do more money in food than they do for gas.
That's impressive.
1-1 here with 20 seconds left to go.
Yeah. How did Brayton get his 1 point?
Technical violation. I didn't see what it was, but it was some sort of technical. 10 seconds left. Here we go, boys. This is it. This is it. We can do this. But just because we get this one though doesn't mean that we got the thing. But it sure does help.
Your mom had Casey's Pizza for lunch.
Her office is right across from like a new one, brand new one. They're nice.
Such a nice Casey's.
Illegal hold, they said.
So good. Okay.
Illegal hold.
Next time.
So 18-0. I was up on the team score. I had so many of my degenerate clients texting me saying, what should I bet on this and stuff? And they're like, I need a lock. And I said, Iowa lock. And then I immediately texted them all later in the day. It's like, it's not a lock. It's not a lock. Call William Hill and cancel that. Void it.
If any of them are real bettors, they know that you flopping means that they should have stayed away from the bet anyways.
Well, I wasn't flopping earlier in the day. I thought it was a lock for Iowa, and then I did the whole social
No,
media
that's what I'm
thing.
saying. But then when you flopped out later, yeah, no, I get it. Oh shit.
Oh no. Okay. I can do that though. It's 32. That's fine. That was scary for a second. That was scary for a
dirty.
second.
He
32.
just did Braden's face. That was
He didn't
dirty.
get there was no back points though. So
I
it's
know, I'll
fine.
take it.
Tie ball game.
But he
Oh
just
my
did
gosh.
You want to talk about a face mush?
I can't do this right now. I'm gonna have to exit out of the chat and do this alone. Not really. 33, 50 seconds left. It's insane. If they pull this off, if they blank Minnesota, what's Minnesota ranked team-wise?
I don't know. 15th.
Let's see, 11.
11?
Yep, according to Track Wrestling.
But the gap between the number 1 team and the number 11 team in wrestling is so much different than like football or basketball or anything like that.
I mean, think about how it went for
There you
the
go.
number
Let's
There you
go.
go.
Let's
There you go.
go.
There you go, buddy.
Let's go. Keep it in. Keep it in. Why
No
are you going to the
push out.
outside?
Keep it
This is
in.
not freestyle. Go. Oh, that's not good for us. Short time. Dang it. Danger count. Oh,
he's
no.
All right.
Now we want short time. No, okay.
All right, we're good.
Woo, boys. Oh, man. That was wild. That was wild. Sudden victory already. That was a fast match.
God, he was
Why
in
does the
there and he
swing
just
match-
went for a freestyle? He just
Why
went
does
for a
this-
freestyle push out?
Yeah, why does the swing match come down to overtime? I don't feel good about this.
There you go. Oh.
Come on, Brayton Lee. I've never been a bigger Gopher fan.
There
Okay.
you go.
Both these guys look
dudes
like
are
they
not
got.
fucking around in
No,
overtime.
they both have gas too.
Am I allowed to cuss on your channel? I should probably ask you that before I
Yeah, I don't
drop
care.
a couple F-bombs. Okay, cool.
Yep. Oh, okay.
They've taken like 7 shots apiece. This is fantastic.
You're just not allowed to wear any other brands besides Matman and Barbarian Apparel. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can wear what you want. There you go. Oh, to the ride outs we go. Here we go. This is what we need right here. This is what it comes down to. Oh, man. See, why would you ever want criteria, Chris?
I don't want criteria. I'm just saying if we're making criteria, let's make it better.
I think that, like, I'm saying, like, in general though, like, this is what I live for right now. Especially if they're
This
heavyweights.
is
If it came,
criteria. This
What do
is
you
still a criteria.
how? This is overtime.
I know, but when it goes down, if it goes to the final one, you're on top, you're on bottom. If you get out, you win. If you don't, they win. That's a criteria. That's not a real win. Here's what they could do to make criteria in freestyle better. Add a point at the end.
Mm.
Right? I mean, in reality, that being said, I think we need to change it up a little bit. I love overtime. I'm an official. When I get into an overtime, my heart gets a beating. Like, I love this.
Okay, 4-3. 30 seconds. Nobody in the chat let us know. I think the chat's ahead of us.
Aaron's saying we need to go out to New York.
A tough ride here by Caleb Young. Oh, no.
Locked hands.
Oh, no.
What?
It's not looking good. I'm pretty sure there was a missed lock hands there, though.
This is not good. Get out. Just, oh, no. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, God dang it.
That's your bet, dude. Sorry. That's your bet.
Hate to see it.
That's rough.
That's tough.
That's rough. But you know what, though? Here's what could happen. This is plan B now. Plan B is, oh, man, I can't even think. Plan B right now is Tom Brand says, we are up by so much. It's a COVID year. My backups, they're not going to have open tournaments to wrestle in. I'm throwing the backups out from here on out, except for Cassiope is going to wrestle Gable.
Yeah, that's something that Tom Brands definitely does. Just that's a very Iowa thing to do.
I don't know if that's sarcastic or not. You think it is?
Yeah, they're like they'll run up the score 300-0 in a duel that can't even get to 300. Like,
Yeah. Oh, man. Well,
you think Bill Belichick ever used to tell Tom Brady, you know what? Maybe just don't throw enough touchdown passes now. We've got a good, comfortable lead. No, they always go on to score.
I'm not saying that he's going to like tell his guys to lose. I'm just saying like I think he could throw out some backups. I should look up the card right now and see if there was any backups listed at this weight right now.
Kemmerer potentially probably has his backup listed.
I mean, Patrick Kennedy was wrestling a match earlier, so I'm pretty sure Kimmer's going to go.
No, that sucks. He looked good last week in a loss. If you could look good in a loss, I mean, Kennedy looked good.
Luis says, don't sleep on Sparks.
Don't
I mean,
sleep.
I think for Sparks.
California boy.
So what happens if they all go to a decision, but Gable gets like a pin? Does that cover? I don't want to do the math. Somebody let me know. I don't want to do the math. I can't think right now.
Did Sparks was the topic of debate in our fantasy group chat the other day.
Dude, are you talking about what I think you're talking about? And I'm not trying to be a cool guy. I just don't want to say anything.
Yeah, that was the
So you set the stable. Okay.
Time, I was like,
how about this? Okay, we have 40 people in the chat, 41 people, and you don't have to say names or anything, but just set the situation, and you don't have to say who you are in the situation, and you guys let us know who you think was right and wrong. How about that, Chris? Are you willing to do that?
I'll put it out there. We have a group chat for people to put changes in, and I'm the commissioner.
Hold on a second.
We had a text. I got texted about 15 different changes all at the same time. While doing that,
hold on, pause. Jason Bryant is in the chat real quick. Sorry, Chris. Jason Bryant.
It's magic. How can I be here and there at the same time?
But here's the thing, Jason. You can't leak what's going on because we're a little bit behind you and you're watching in real time.
Yeah, we're in a break right now, so I don't have to leak anything.
Okay, so
that's the big old stretch. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep you up to speed here on what's going on. Chris is describing this drama that went down in our fantasy wrestling, and as the chat and also you and my friend Tyler up in the upper left, we're deciding who is guilty and who is not guilty. So Chris,
okay,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
So the way everybody made changes prior to now was they would text me the changes. Our waivers opened up on the 15th, meaning that people could actually start making waiver changes. We had them blocked before that unless your kid was ruled out. So if you had an Ivy League guy, you could replace those guys because we did our draft prior to the Ivy announcing. So I got about 15 text messages for people that wanted changes. During that process, I picked up Andrew Sparks. About 12 minutes after I did that, I get a text, or one of the text messages comes in the group from one of our other members, says, I want Andrew Sparks. And I said, oh, he's already picked up. And he said, well, it hasn't been shouted out. And I was taking a list of everybody so I could shout out every change that happened. It was just a big cluster. I ended up giving him the thing, but I still thought I was right because he was on my team for at least 10 minutes prior to it being shouted out. Neither here nor there. I'll leave that up to the court of public opinion. Just got caught in the melee.
So this is my first time doing fantasy wrestling, so I'm gonna go ahead and respectfully bow out. And if you guys don't know that I am the court reporter. Okay, I'm not the jury member. So, Jason Bryant.
Well, this reminds me of every fantasy football league argument prior to like Yahoo Sports even existing. You guys might not even know that, but prior to Yahoo and CBS, people used to do this stuff by hand. So this is the pain of every fantasy football player from like 1991. My thing is the commissioner has to have, if the commissioner's playing, they got to have a right to players too. They can't just give up their picks all the time. Now, I did play in some leagues where the commissioner was making their picks first and say, no, I already picked him up. Or he already, yeah. This doesn't seem like it's nefarious in any stretch of imagination. So I would lean towards the commish here, not because I'm part of the man or anything, but I do think, you got to realize this is a real-time thing. It's not automated. So you've got it's like the stock. You remember the stock ticker? The stock's delayed 15 minutes. When you see that price and you hit, buy, it's not going to happen. You're going to get the price that was 15 minutes ago, not the one that you see now. So, hey, it was the order. You can document the order. You can show the text. Be like, you were after me. Sorry, dude. You lose.
There it is.
I don't even know who I'm talking about either, so I can't be.
No, we haven't said it. We haven't said any names. I
never side with Chris on anything.
Well, today's your day, but we didn't. You can't. We don't say the names just because I don't want like personal opinions to get involved, right? Like a bias. So I stay out of it.
Either way, what I did to make it right was I said, you know what? This got caught up in the shuffle. You are absolutely correct. I could have done it. I went ahead and gave the other person the wrestler.
Yeah, it is what it is now. So you I guess ended up just not taking him. Then you said.
Yep.
Jason Bryant, where are you?
I agree. I will say this now. I'm going to go ahead and put something else out there. I'm going to put a plug out there for a non-sponsor WrestleStat. I was not a fan of how they ran that league last year. I thought it was really hard to follow along, and we pulled our entire league back out from WrestleStat. After this year and seeing how it's going with the Matt Geeks league that I'm in, I will absolutely be signing us back up for a WrestleStat league next year.
Yeah, see, it's like the stocks again, man. You pulled your money out before the big rise. It's like you got to hold. You got to hold WrestleStat. You know what? You guys are getting better every day.
I'm the Dutch boy with my finger in the dam. I'll take the blame on it. I put it to a vote.
You were talking about plugs and fingers. I don't know where you've been.
Let's go. Jason Bryant, where are you?
I am in the probably okay. Let's see if we can get something without disconnecting here. So I'm in the crow's nest here at the pavilion. So my view sucks.
There you go. What's the atmosphere there? How many fans?
Maybe 100. They're all on the far side. Richard Immel dropped by my house before we carpooled here, went to B-Dubs. Prior to the match, there's a Buffalo Wild Wings right by the Gopher Athletic facilities. So been here for a while. I thought it started at 7. So we've been here for quite a while. We saw the extra matches, and so I heard you asking about the lineup. What were you asking? Because Sparks is going to get the go. Isaiah Salazar will say again.
Kemmerer is the question.
Well, Kennedy already wrestled an extra match, so it will be Kemmerer. And if you've wrestled an extra match beforehand, you won't wrestle in the duel because the amount of time you had to weigh in. You don't necessarily you don't give that athlete, you get 3 hours to recover. No, it doesn't work like that. That's why some of the schools are doing the extra matches before, because it pretty much says, okay, we know you are not going to wrestle in the duel, so you don't get that advantage of sitting another 2 hours if you go.
So
I think they should do it like high school. All the extra matches for us in high school always happened after.
Well, we always had JV and then varsity, but then again, then with all these rotationals and nobody at JV wrestling's pretty much dead, which is stupid. That's why these giant mega duel tournaments where, I'm going to wrestle 10 matches in a weekend. That doesn't help your young kids. Don't even get me started on there. I hear Billy Squire, the stroke. I got to be careful about the audio. I don't want Zach getting a strike here with this ambient audio.
that's all
Very
right.
careful with that.
YouTube
Jason,
pays us
I'm
like
old enough-
we've made like
Go ahead,
$4
Zach.
this year on YouTube, so I'm not worried.
$4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I was doing we used to do audio when I worked with the Open Mat and Amateur Wrestling News, and we had the chat box below it, and we'd get a couple hundred in there. And I was like, let me try that again on my old Rockfin channel. They told me I can't do anything behind a paywall, so I threw it out there for free. I did 5 matches, and I'm like, there was very few people watching, and they were great people watching, but I'm like, I really can't do much on a report. I can't do interviews here today. So next time I do this, I'm going to be in my bar doing this like you guys are.
Yeah,
We'll
join
it's
you.
pointless for me to. Yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll join you.
Home and away
Your
matches.
Either
we do
one.
home
Your
and away
bar's
matches.
amazing.
So
That speakeasy is on point, bro.
I don't know, Jason Bryan. I know you're tied to all kinds of organizations and stuff, but if you were a gambling man, what would you have taken? Iowa minus 32.5 or the other way?
All right, so I don't gamble, but when I look at like spreads and over-unders with college wrestling, it's a math equation, and I'm not very good at math, as my third grader will attest. But I see 32.5, and I'm thinking, okay, well, right now you got to remember the minimum score in a duel meet's 30, so you're already going to get 30. So if you shut them, 32.5 is what? That's so many more points. What is a logical 30.5? 32.5. What? 35 to 3. That's not even 32.5. So you're looking to like 36 to 3 is like what you're looking for. And I'm like, I don't know. That's a lot. I mean, they've got the 3 big bonus right off the bat, but that would be tasty to. It's almost. I don't know.
So what are we looking at
what
now?
happened
Though?
was.
So we're looking at what 5 matches
right
left.
Now.
5 and it's 21 to 0. So we pretty sure we're gonna get 285. It's just how much are we gonna get? 4 or I don't think we're gonna get 5. I think we're either gonna get 3, 4, or 6.
Could be like one of those like 13 to 6, or one of those like 7-point decisions that drives you nuts.
Yeah, I'm thinking that, and then I don't have the lineup card at the top of my head.
59 seconds of writing time.
Sparks here.
All right.
Sparks could put himself back put himself in the conversation for a national title if he can help us out here, huh?
Well, Marinelli's on the mat right now, so we're pretty close to wrestling. Like I said, I'm not gonna spoil what the delay is, so you can hear the introductions now.
Yep. Hey Jason, can you mute that guy?
Can I mute Dennis? I can do this.
That works, but no, you're good. Do whatever you want. I'm still waiting.
All right, he's not announced it. Plus, I'm where I'm at. The speakers are actually at eye level, and I'm using the old AT 2005 dynamic mic through my Zoom H6 audio interface. Geekery.
All right, before we get started back in this break, go ahead and this broadcast is brought to you by Barbarian Apparel and Matman. For Matman, you can use code Stalemates for 10% off. All right, we are going. Have they started in real life, JB?
They just blew the whistle. They are 25 seconds in.
We are behind. We are so all over the place.
Zach, don't forget.
I'm not going to be that. Oh my God, look at that guy. So I will be as stoic as possible.
Okay.
And
Chris,
that
what were you?
started for me.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna refresh. Chris, were you plugging Stalemates there?
I was. Buy merch.
Boom.
What's with plugs and fingers with this guy still? You keep saying he's plugging everything.
He's okay.
If I were small woodland creatures in Colorado, I'd be scared right now. I think it's legal in your county, right?
They should be. Yeah.
Andrew Sparks. What do you guys think of this guy?
He's good.
I think
He
his
beat,
hair
Phil
reminds me
Valencia.
of Sparks, the energy booze drink from about 15 years ago. Anybody remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do. I do. Do you are you a big energy drink guy?
No, I haven't had an energy drink since. Okay, I might have had one or two, but I passed out during our middle school state tournament in like 2003, and I had paired the tournament all night till I got like no sleep, and I slugged 4 Red Bulls that we started the tournament, and then passed out around 1 o'clock. It was a Super Bowl Sunday too. They had to take me to the hospital. Everything. I was dehydrated. I had like 3 IV bags. It was just so. Since then, I don't do Red Bull.
That's awful.
You're probably drinking Four Loko if you went
That's
to the
why I
hospital.
never drink orange juice again. No. So
I got 2-0 here, which that looked pretty easy there for Marinelli.
Chuck said he got no New Brighton weather report. Well, I got one earlier. Let me see. Is he talking about this morning? Chuck was the voice of Penn State wrestling. Probably, I don't know if he is or not anymore. Chuck, you still the PA guy at Penn State? We'll wait till he answers in
I
the
heard
chat.
that. All right. So I have 2-1 with 1:24 left, and Marinelli. Did they give him 2? They better review that.
They did
You
not.
guys actually aren't that far behind now. I'm about a minute ahead of you now. Not even.
No,
probably
no
45
2. Even.
seconds.
Okay, I was gonna say that was a pretty generous 2 there.
I think I'm pretty close to live. There's a minute left right now in the first for me.
Who y'all got making the Super Bowl? Christian says, Green Bay, bud. Check it out.
Diehard Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan right here.
Oh, okay, all right.
Dude, I've been a Bucs fan since I have a jersey I grew out of, a Vinny Testaverde jersey I grew out of 20 years ago.
How much do you hate having to explain that? Like now that they're good, you have to explain that now, right?
That's not
Like
the
they
first
used to
time
be
I've had
good.
to explain it. Dude, I was the only kid in high school at the sports bar watching the Bucs because they are the only ones that had like satellite. There was a mug club for beers. I got free soda because I bought the mug, but I was too young to. I was 16 at the bar watching the Bucs. I was the only kid watching them.
Where did
Back
you grow
before
up?
all this stuff, Virginia.
Virginia.
All right,
Oh,
get
man.
your escape. All right, 4-2. Hey, Jason.
Yo.
After Last Champion came out and Cole Hauser was in it, I actually started watching Yellowstone about 5 episodes in. He did such a good job in that movie. I was just like, okay, I've got to watch this series now.
Yeah, we just started the morning show, so Yellowstone's next on the list because we were in the middle of Schitt's Creek.
Oh yeah, we got through shit. That's a fun one. That's a really fun one.
Actually, I'm a huge New York Giants fan. I just kidding.
Casey, I've
I'm
been
your man.
I've been a Buccaneers fan. So my stepbrother's uncle played in the NFL.
Okay.
Played for the Dolphins and the Saints. So
I wonder.
he was a Buccaneers linebackers coach when I got into football in the 2nd grade. So that's how I'm a Buccaneers fan in Virginia.
The Big Ten Network still loves showing Marinelli's wife.
I was just about to say, what's the over/under on how many times they go over to her? They do it.
Dude,
every
it's like
single
watching
duel.
the last lap at the Indy 500. It's like, oh my God, like in the 80s and 90s, it's like Rick Mears' wife. Oh, there's Al Unser Jr.'s wife. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
there's Mario Andretti's wife.
I wonder.
Like, yes,
I wonder,
okay, they're rooting for their husband. We get it.
Yeah, they have a Marinelli cam, a Mrs. Marinelli cam,
Dude, we need Brands Cam. We just need him wearing a GoPro the entire match.
or a
We
mic.
don't need him mic'd up.
No, we need him mic'd
that would-
up.
FCC violations out the wazoo on that one.
How much would you pay
I
though
think
for that?
the network violations as well, right? Just in general.
Well, cable is a little bit more leeway because they have a delay live and it's not broadcast. Broadcast where you get the FCC violations.
4-3, 4-3. That's not bad. We could sneak it out. We could sneak this
He's got a
out.
minute of riding time. He's got a minute and a half
I
of
mean-
riding time too.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in the match, but he's not getting the doors blown off of him.
So
Which is-
This
he's
is one of those
fine.
matches people are going to look at this point and be like, wow, he's really okay. He's hanging. He's not winning. He hasn't come close to winning, but
Yeah, but
he's
would
scrappy.
most people probably have this as some sort of bonus? I would say probably.
I think he put himself on the map in his last match pretty well enough that people think that he's good. But yeah, I mean, like an 8-point win is not out of control. Yeah, he beat up.
I have no
Alex
idea why
Smith.
Casey Kreider's no longer a Broncos fan. I still want to see Casey wrestle Rick Lovato in a battle of the long snappers.
That's Demi's brother, I think.
No, it's definitely not. But Lovato wrestled in New Jersey. His uncle wrestled at ODU, and that's how when I was at the Super Bowl in here in Minneapolis Media Day, I had Rick Lovato, the long snapper of the Eagles, on my ODU wrestling show. His uncle wrestled there, and he wrestled in high school. So I got 2 known wrestling long snappers in the NFL.
You guys are gonna hear my dog going crazy right now. I think the pizza guy just showed up at 9:00 at night.
Why do you always order pizza during wrestling matches and live?
Because I get home really late. It's 5-3 here, going into the third. This is fine. I'm fine with this. Is there any chance that we can cover if it goes to decisions only for Iowa and then like a pin for Gable at the end? I'm not a math guy.
Remember, Illinois. What state am I in? Minnesota does not have Owen Webster. They're going with Isaiah Salazar at 184. So that's got bonus written all over it.
Oh,
if they just decision the next 3
He's from
matches,
Colorado, Chris. Tell me about this kid. He's from Greeley.
Who?
Isaiah Salazar from Greeley, Colorado.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Is he not getting majored by Nelson Brands good?
Oh man, this is rough. I should have went with my instinct. If there's anything you guys learn from this tonight, it's go with your gut instinct.
You know what would be cool is we could figure out how to run dual bar watch alongs. So like each one's camera was in the other feed, so you could see like the quad box of mine, and then I could see the quad box of your. So it could be like, and you could have like 18 people all at once on 2 different streams.
That's Inception, man. You ever seen it?
I was really, really wasted when I saw it. So, and that was a long time ago.
7-3. So if this is a major, which it could possibly be, is it over?
No, it'll be.
They've
30,
got the.
no, Gable wins. It's 33-3.
If Gable wins,
If Gable wins and they just decision through it, that puts it at 31-3, right?
but I don't think they're going to decision through it.
There comes Chem Dog Millionaire.
Jason, can you tell them to slow down like 30 seconds?
Oh, you got Marinelli's wife again, Tyler.
Yeah, I noticed that here, and we're using the TV feed up on the big screen. Normally, they have this big, giant, like square that has like the feed, and then over on this side. Wait, I'm trying to do this right. This side is like the score, and then the stuff on the bottom. And they usually just take that feed from in here, but this is TV, so it's actually. Whew. Sorry, I don't want to. Never mind.
Oh,
no spoilers. No spoilers.
No. I think this Jake Aller was supposed to go to Iowa State.
How many ODU admins have blocked you now?
I cannot send an email to anybody in athletic administration or university administration without it immediately being forwarded to the university lawyer. I sent an email a couple weeks ago to the facilities director. Had nothing to do with wrestling. I just happen to know the guy for 25 years, since I was in, like probably not 25. I haven't been out of school that long or in school that long, but it's close. I've known that guy forever. I'm like, hey, I had a question for him about something involving one of the arenas, and an auto-responder from University Council. Like, didn't even get to him. It's like the lawyer auto-responded because it was over the holidays. Like, great. I can't even email my friends that work there.
I like that they didn't even block you. They just straight to the lawyers.
No. They blocked me first. I've got legal proof of that. They had the chief information officer block my email from even going to anybody with the .edu, the whole school. And then it was in the middle of my FOI request, so it was blocking my questions to the council that I needed to get a hold of anyway. And then I put another plea out there, and the lawyer's like, you're not going to get these questions answered. And these questions read like, so when did you stop beating your spouse? I'm like, well, that's a dick thing to say. Got that too.
Okay, gamblers, where are we at? Anybody in the chat? Luis, you said 33 to whatever. How's everybody feeling right now?
I think you can still cover. You're going to need a major out of Gable, I think. But I think if Gable gets a major, you can still pull it off.
Okay. That's all we need?
I think so. I mean, I got to write down. I got to use a pen and a paper. I'm not like Jason Bryant with the head math calculator thingy.
The brain, you mean?
Pen and paper, brother. Pen and paper. I'm team analog all day long.
Are they still in review, Jason, in real life?
Say what?
Are they still in review?
No, we're wrestling.
Okay. Yeah, Jason, I'm the same way. I have a system a CRM, but instead of using it, these are my notes when I get into phone calls with people. Like, it's not even organized.
I bought this notebook when I started Stalemates, and I've used like 3 pages of it.
I go through, I usually like legal pads. So I've gone through like, then I started going into the one subject notebooks, and then I've got like a pile of it. I'm sitting going, these are all my notes and like show ideas, and I like never got to. It's like, do I throw them away or I forget them? It's bad. And
I would use that if I didn't use it.
I tried using an iPad with a pen, and it just didn't really. I don't know. Something about writing on paper got finality to it.
Does Kimmerer have to keep this to a decision, or are we allowed some bonus points?
Okay, so how many matches are left? 4 or 5?
84, 97, and heavyweight.
This is math I'm not even going to justify with a response.
Yeah. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they can be up 30. So they can be up 34. They can be up 34 to nothing going into Gable.
Okay.
Right?
That's what we need.
Right.
So after this, it's probably going to be 28.
Sorry, I mean they're allowed to be up 35 to nothing going into Gable for you to get.
I just want to know who's taking wagers on this type of thing. Like that's. No, I mean like with sports book.
William Hill. William Hill, but
that's not out of that casino. That's not out of that casino that's like on that Iowa-Minnesota border, is it?
No, it's
the one that looks like a rundown Casey's General Store.
No, it's no, I know which one you're talking about, but no, this is well, it's
that's what that is.
I just think it's statewide, but I do it out of Prairie Meadows. But there's one in Waterloo called the Isle, which also does it. But I think gambling.
Well, I cannot wager on athletics because I get a check from the Big Blue Disc. So,
what's that?
The NCAA.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah. So if I'm in as much as a March Madness pool,
you could be the Pete Rose of announcers.
I mean, no. I mean, he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Maybe I'll get there one day, but
not a Pete Rose crowd.
I was a Pete Rose guy as a player for sure, but
not as a
like
gambler.
There's a stand-up comedian that said, how bad was Pete Rose at gambling? He was so bad. I think it was Gallagher actually. It's like he was so bad at gambling he would lose when he was picking the pitcher. I mean, granted, he said he never gambled on his own team, but it's like that's how bad he was. I'm picking the pitcher and I'm still losing.
My thing with Pete Rose is that he should be in the Hall of Fame. If you look at the list of the Hall of Famers, there are people in there that were convicted for like beating their wives. I mean, they have all types of people in there for some crazy stuff. And what Pete Rose did is he didn't do anything outcome the game to change the outcome. He just bet. He should be in the Hall of Fame as a player, purely.
I'm kind of surprised that this match is 5-2 right now.
Okay, I'm trying to see the refs. It looks like it's Angel. You guys got a better shot. I've got a giant screen on both sides of me, and I still can't see who the referee is. Oh wow, they're showing
Angel.
Wait till you see.
It's Angel. I don't know the other guy's name. I don't know the other guy's name, but Angel is the head. It looks like the head official for it.
Angel Rivera is the GOAT.
I'm going to lead towards my hometown boy, Mike McCormick.
I like Angel Rivera because he goes into Carver Hawkeye with a point to not get carvered.
Carver funny? Hates Angel.
I know.
Carver
you know what?
Hates Angel.
So in the Tom Brands interview, there's one question that didn't make it, and it was I asked Tom Brands. I said, "All right, I'm gonna say one name, and then you give me a reaction." And I said Angel Rivera, and he looked at me and he gave like a really nice answer. And I ended up editing it out because it was such like a sidebar, like ricochet shot at Angel that I was like, I'm not gonna put it in there.
What are they challenging right now?
Well, I will tell you what. Well, they're challenging an illegal cutback.
Okay.
Which that was a topic of discussion this week, I think, on Twitter, on the Twitter sphere.
He
I don't know
got
if you
it.
guys saw that.
They called it a cutback.
Well, it's because I just heard him say what they called it over the PA about a minute ago. So
Against who?
Four-Kemmer. Oh, that's a bad call. Do you see that replay?
I missed it. I'm behind.
I'm ahead. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry, I missed the replay. I'm ahead.
He went for it and missed it. So he tried to do an illegal move.
I really feel like I should be drinking beer while doing this.
Or Swell. Use promo
What is
code
that?
Zach for 0% off. Swell.
Man, I feel like if any Chuck Yorks might know this. Those that have some age on me would know this. There used to be a bit on SNL with Bill Murray saying it's like Swell. It was bottled at Lake Erie, and it was back when Lake Erie was like the most polluted lake in the world. It was like, oh, this bottled at the source, bottled water, and they poured it out, and it was just sludge with like bottle caps in it, and it was an old SNL skit. It was just hilarious. Then I found $20.
Hey, Jeff Smith in the chat gave you the right breakdown. So he says 34-3 or 34-4. So you'll still cover if that happens.
Somebody said, "How dare you, Stimulate Show endorses AR." What is AR that I endorsed? I don't know.
Anthony Robles.
No, I mean I'd be fine with endorsing that, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to
Anyways.
see which chat is.
That was
I've got the
Twitter.
chat in.
That was
Oh, is
Twitter
it Twitter
sphere.
chat?
Yeah.
Let me go to the Twitter. I'll jump over to Twitter. I don't know. I kind of like being at a match, BSing.
6-2 here. I got 55 seconds left.
Well, there's the
Kimmer's-
horn. So
Kimmer is handling business. Whoever tweeted that, it's an anonymous account, but if you're in here, let us know. As long as it doesn't
was
give away
it
your
at
name, I guess.
Stalemates?
Yeah, they added. It was an ad. It was from the Wrestling Quoter. The Quoter. Oh well.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
Oh, Angel Rivera.
I like wrestling.
Oh,
Quarter.
Angel Rivera.
Oh.
I'm totally fine with that. I love Angel
Gotcha.
Rivera. He's the man.
That was.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah. No, anyway.
He's the GOAT.
Definitely follow Wrestling Quoter. He's fun. He's a fun.
That
follow
guy
on
listens to everything. He may not listen to it like the day you put it out, but he will definitely call up some stuff from like 2 weeks ago. He'd be like, hashtag like short time episode 623. I'm like, holy crap, that's 20 episodes ago.
I actually found Angel Rivera on Facebook and messaged him to try to get an interview like super early on, and he didn't even respond.
Refs typically don't like to give interviews. So I mean, even, I know McCormick's been on, Mike Allen's been on, Chuck Yagla, but typically if you're an active referee, they don't really kind of want you being a face out there. It's kind of, you're supposed to not know who the ref is, really.
I think people know. I think people know Angel just because he doesn't put up with the BS from a lot of the coaches, so it almost stands out. I mean, when somebody puts Kale in their place like that dude has, it kind of stands out a little bit.
It was, like JR barking at Casey Cunningham. Like last year in the duel, was it the live mic picked up? It's like, Jesus Christ, shut up, Casey, or something like that. I'm like, oh, that was JR.
That's funny.
9-3 here.
I got text messages from everybody in the state of Virginia with that one.
It is good news for us if we get a takedown here almost. Fleeing the mat.
This is not looking good right now. Hey, Jason, you should get
Yo.
Immel to come back on. I really miss your short time bonus points podcast where you talk for 45 minutes without bringing up wrestling at one time.
Yeah, well, people told us that we should have done a show. Just us do a show, and people don't know. Me and Richard actually recorded a pilot episode of a show, and it never got released. He was living in Indiana, and it may one day find itself on my Patreon page or something, but it will never ever see the free light of day. It's like, we basically throw it. Well, he
chirping
lives
about life.
15 minutes from me. That's kind of why that's where kind of like my idea for like the watching wrestling stuff is like have him come over and it'd be him and I BSing while we're watching, kind of like you guys, but I'd actually have somebody in studio as well as online. That was the idea.
This is tough.
I mean, I even wired when we renovated my basement. Like there is a breakout box that big with 8 XLR cables, and I could run microphones into that box that run through the ceiling, through my mixer, my streaming equipment. So when I was sitting at the bar, that was basically run through that setup, and I'd finally got it figured out. Right now my camera sucks. I was using my iPad. I need a real freaking camera. So webcam isn't gonna, I got USB extensions and stuff. It's just not. You need to do something legit. So that's my next purchase if I cash out some Ray token.
Dude, that Ray token.
No, actually, I'm not cashing out the Ray token. I actually I did trade in a stock today. I had a pretty good run, so
Okay,
I did a quick day trade and made a couple $100.
Jason Dragus, hopefully I got your name right. He says you can give up 3 majors if Gable can major decision. I think that is doable.
Jason was over on my side for a little bit earlier today, so I shut it down at half, and Jason's back over here. That's cool.
I think that is doable.
I honestly think you're going to win because you have 2 matches. You have 2 matches left. If you don't see a pin in either of them, Gable just needs to win.
Knock on wood, dude.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
So wait, who took the points is what I want to know.
I took Minnesota 32.5, and there's a thing I want to say it seems like a majority of our chat did, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a betting man, but that would have been, like I said, that would have been tasty.
Let's go ahead and give a shout out to Matman and Barbarian Apparel while we're here. Love working with them. That was my first wrestling show I ever had. They're the best. And Barbarian Apparel, we got our merch coming to everybody who ordered them, the Van shirt and everything like that. Promo code Stalemates for 10% off.
What is the name of the van, by the way?
I don't want to say because people were saying I should pay for like legal rights and stuff, so there is no name.
I don't know. I still think Van Gable is like the best because he went to Iowa State. And it's a wrestling name. It's not necessarily a Hawkeye name. It's a wrestling name with his alma mater. I think Van Gable would be what I would have gone with.
No, Van Gable is probably.
Speaking of which, Dan Gable's on the screen in the arena right now.
I interviewed him this morning.
You talked to Gable
on the radio show? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was cool. He that's the first time I've ever talked to him besides, being in the fan. I stood in line at the Iowa State Fair to get his autograph one time, and I brought it up today like an idiot. But anyways,
I got a picture of Gable with me and Gable. First time I met him in 2002 at the NCAA's, and my hair was all blonde and hideously curly, and I had a wigwam like thing on my head. It explained why I was single for the large portion of my 20s.
Jason Bryant, you've had Ecamm before. Can you get 5 people in here or no?
I've actually never used it in this particular case, so I don't know, give it a shot.
Ryan Warner, you're in the chat. If you want in, send me a message. Anyways, oh, that looked good, Chris. Iowa
How
State,
old is that chunky soup?
Yeah.
I actually changed my location on Facebook Marketplace to Ames and found this on there for $5, paid $10 for shipping.
Huh.
That's disgusting.
I did spend $100 for a vintage 1972 Minnesota Fighting Saints pennant for the Speakeasy.
Awesome.
What's
That's a little too much for a pennant. It was a WHA hockey team in the 70s.
That's over.
It predated the North Stars.
Over my head.
Well, I got the North Stars pennant. I'm trying with Minnesota roots here. So.
Okay, here we go. Salazar's undefeated, 2-0 freshman.
Going against number 6 Nelson Brands.
Also undefeated on the year, 1-0. Hey, did Spencer Lee make it to the third period?
No,
he didn't score any points in the third.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it to the second period.
He didn't score any points in the second either.
That's going to affect his Hodge ranking.
What a ham and egger.
Casey Critter's got a good Gable story.
Will it help his Hodge if he sends bikini pictures in?
All right, next subject here. No, I'm just
No
kidding.
comment.
I'm just kidding. You do what you want, man. You're your own guy. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. 28-0. They still haven't covered. Jason, don't do that.
Hey, I didn't say anything. I'm just you'll
I'm
see
just
it.
kidding. You do what you want.
30 seconds.
I saw it. I'm at a minute and a half.
I'm just
Dang
gonna be silent for the rest of the match and use facial expressions.
No, you're good. You do what you want. 2-1 here. I'm at a minute 54. There's some good wrestling though this weekend. Iowa State and Oklahoma will be a good one. Okay.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You see that? You just kiss that guy.
Oh!
I hear a lot of crowd noise. I'm hoping that's for Minnesota.
The crowd noise is piped in, dude.
Is it?
They're using crowd noise in here, yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's go,
The stomping
baby.
and stuff is from
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes. Yes. I'm a huge Salazar fan. Somebody get me a Minnesota sweatshirt. Jason,
he's
they
from
gotta,
Greeley, which is the exact opposite of Hawaii.
let's
Yeah,
go.
He was a next topic guy in high school for his senior year. At the Colorado State tournament. Yeah, he was a full-on next topic. He was fun, but
Oh, was he?
yeah.
Let's go, baby. Three to 2 lead. I heard that.
Today's game brought to you by Swanson Wagon Wheels, because so much is riding on those big, fat wooden wagon wheels. That's my Amish rake fighting PA voice or broadcaster voice.
Oh man.
Who
Sounds like
sings?
Good thing I'm
who
not
sings
Matt's
Wagon
side.
Wheel better? What'd you say, Jason?
Ooh.
Don't do
Who
that.
sings Wagon Wheel better?
Darius Rucker.
I don't know. I love the original version, so that's how I know it. So I'm always going to leave it. I like Darius Rucker's version. I like the verse they did together. That was really cool.
I do like
my 3-year-old, because my 4-year-old goes, "Hey Alexa, play Wagon Wheel," and it will play. She loves it.
Which one does Alexa bring up?
Thank you. You just set mine off. Alexa, stop.
I was wondering if that was going to happen.
Oh no. You can't do that, my friend.
Yeah.
Alexa,
how's the
play the
writing
Short
time?
Time Wrestling podcast.
He was kind of taken to the edge of the mat too. Okay, here. I think this is good. This is good for us. Ned Chuck is in the house. Shout out to Army. Kevin
Ned
Ward
Shuck.
thinks Wagon Wheel's the best.
I got a great Ned Shuck random story about nothing. I'm like two houses down from me. There was a yard sale, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and the neighbors, like, some friend or somebody's over. It's like, oh yeah, like my brother-in-law coaches at a college in Ohio. I'm like, really? What school? And she said Heidelberg. I'm like, Ned Shuck. It's like, yep. It's like, what? Well, he goes, well, ex like brother-in-law or something like that. It was really strange how Ned Shuck came up in a conversation in my neighbor's driveway.
And where you live now?
In New Brighton, Minnesota, where today's weather was 15 degrees.
So, can you give us a little clip on how Jason Bryant is a jerk actually came to be? I mean, obviously you guys are friends. So.
It's my ringtone actually. Hold on, hold on, let me watch Zach here.
This is not good. We were doing so good in that.
No,
first
he's
period.
allowed to win. You don't want the major.
No, I want the win right now. I want the lock. If he wins, it's a lock.
Yeah, you got it.
How many cautions till they take away a team point? That should be a new rule.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They take away team points for the most ridiculous stuff. Stupidest. I mean, there are a lot of stupid rules in wrestling. That's near the top.
I will tell you this. As an official, I have pulled many team points, but you really have to earn it for me to do it. Like, I mean, it has to be really, really earned. I'm not calling it for a strap down on the side of the mat. I'm not calling it for
no.
I've had coaches use language incredibly too loud that needed to be called for. But if you call me to the table and you say something mean under your voice, I'm gonna let that go.
This is not good.
All right, so how'd the Jason Bryant's a jerk come around?
So Fargo a couple years ago, Wayne Fish is doing the stuff. He comes out of New York and he introduced himself. The alter ego introduced himself to me. He's like, yeah, I'm Wayne Fish's agent. Apparently we should talk, right? I'm like, okay. And basically, you're kind of pulling the curtain back a little bit. So jumping ahead real quick, people thought like I had legitimate dislike for that guy. Like Zach Elam's at Junior Worlds going, do you really hate that Wayne Fish dude? I'm like, no, it's a rib. Like it's a work. So anyway, so we do this thing. He's like, well, what's the angle here? Because he's got, angles with whatever. And I said, well, people know me for kind of being uptight about wrestling terminology and, professionalism and stuff. I says, why don't we play that angle up to where I'm just really mad at you being here because you're an untrained, how did you even get in? So that's where that went. And basically just I was annoyed with every single one of his questions and interrupted. And, basically he was doing everything you shouldn't do and kind of playing to the, kind of taking that like, amplifying. It's like wearing the Venom suit. It amplifies everything that's terrible. And I kind of went with that angle and it hit. People like really thought I was pissed at him. So we kept it going with the Tony Rigotti thing. And I'm just equally as pissed off. I'm more so at this guy.
8-6,
and then,
sorry.
I'm sitting there and I would tweet back at him like, no, you're not getting into the media association. No, you're not. Like I'm being serious on Twitter and people started to buy it. So we just play it up a little bit. If people know, I don't care. I mean, it's a fun thing. It's harmless. I mean, I'm not exactly I don't have a stick up my ass all the time. I mean, I like to have fun and goofy. It's just sometimes when, there's certain things that set me off and Wayne doesn't do any of those things, but I amp those things up. And that's kind of how it happened. He goes, hey, do you mind if I write a song about it? You being a jerk. And I'm like, no, I think it's hilarious because it plays up to the fact that people have this, they don't know me. They think I spout off on people on Twitter or the message boards. I generally like to have fun. So, it's an over exaggeration of what some people think that I actually am, but it's not. So I play along. It's fun.
It's fun, and obviously I knew that there's no way it happened without you being like, yeah, this is a great idea. It is on my snowboard playlist.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna assume Nelson Brands won, but it's 8-6. That's a lot closer than I think people probably would have guessed.
Yeah, he won 10-6.
Okay, so after this match, they will then be in cover territory.
Jeez, when was the last time Iowa blanked Minnesota? Hold on. I'll look that up. Talk amongst yourselves.
It won't happen. It won't happen tonight. That's for sure.
Right,
I'm the biggest Gable Stevenson fan in the world.
Hey, just I see 31-0 with 2 bouts to go. It's got my inner curiosity. It's like this is when you like start doing criteria when it's like 18-15 with 2 bouts to go or 1 bout to go. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, I better start looking that up.
You guys got Dustin Poirier or Conor McGregor tomorrow?
Don't care.
Don't care.
I have a lot. I have a lot on the line for it. As a CBD manufacturer, I can tell you that I make the CBD brand for one of those 2 athletes. So I want that one to win, but I'm going to kind of leave it at that.
Proper 12 in the house.
Hey, just sell some Exile. Just sell some Exile on that bar.
Exile. I like Exile. They are barbershop sponsor. Where do I put this?
Really? Exile's actually, I don't even have it on me. Actually, do I?
All right. 0-0. 197. Jacob Warner, number 3. Garrett Joles. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I've even got on my hard drive, dude.
Oh, there you go.
Seriously. And a
Good morning
Pele
in the
sticker I
house.
got in Serbia.
There you go.
Hey, Luis, I saw that. I'd gladly rep your son. Woo!
Well, Sways, I've been trying to do like the match companion thing for like 5 years, and I finally got my renovation done last year, and then I was ready for it this season. And guess what? COVID. And guess what? I work about 10% of the time I used to do because I'm watching my kids. So I haven't been able to do any of the. I've got a list of 200 people to interview. Hasn't made any progress. So it's been pretty shitty from my perspective.
Yeah, for the record, Jason is the first one to do it. And then as soon as he did it, I messaged him. I was like, gosh, dang it, I was planning on doing that. And we're both doing it, I guess.
I guess who still helped talk you through equipment and stuff? I didn't get all pissy and shut down.
Yep.
Although when I saw you launch this, and I'm like, damn it. He's got more YouTube followers than I do. Damn it.
Yeah.
He's splitting the viewership.
How long did it take for you to get the blue check, and how much did you pay for it?
I got the blue check in like 2013.
It was free?
No, I had to verify, information about, I didn't work for the NGB anymore because all the USA Wrestling athletes got their blue checks at the Olympics in 12. And I had to go through, follow verified, submit your, you had to submit like an ID and such, and proof you are who you were. So
you're one of the few wrestling blue checks, so I'm jealous.
I think Willie had one, and then he changed his handle. You change your handle, you lose your check.
Willie used to have one?
Willie was blue check.
Wow. He probably doesn't care.
Yeah, under Willie at Flow, but I mean, obviously that wasn't going to last. So.
Mark Christensen has a comment for Jason.
Well, because this state has a ton of big guys. I don't know why. I mean, then again, Boo isn't top liver, but maybe they're just getting out recruited, or kids are getting hurt. I don't know what the answer is at 33. They've always had a decent 25 pounder.
Minnesota keeps giving up these points at the end of the period.
For the record, I stopped looking up when the last shutout was.
I looked it up for like a second, and then I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah, but this is stuff I would look up. Like the fact book is just brutal. Like Iowa had like the media guide. Well, that's the fact book, not the media guide. School, like you go through Oklahoma State's media guide and you get just buckets of knowledge.
2-0. I'm at 5 seconds left to go. The bet's still alive. We got to keep this to a decision. I feel pretty dang good if they keep this to a decision. I feel pretty dang good.
Well, even if he gives up a major, that would put him at 35, and you have a 33 point, so a decision still wins it. He can give up a major.
All right, boys, I'm starting in 1932. Let's see if I can get through this.
Let's go, Minnesota boys. We're eating tonight. We're going to go to Texas Roadhouse, baby. We're going to get all the bush lattes and the cheese curds. Take my wife out for a nice steak dinner.
If I knew your wife's first name, I would have finished the quote, but I don't Facebook stalk you enough to know that. Oh, wait.
It rhymes with fiance.
Found a shutout. Well, Minnesota beat Iowa 32-0 in 1966, but that's not what we're looking for.
But if that's the last time there was a shutout between these two teams,
well, I'm still going. Gophers weren't good for a long time. There's a 34-3.
So James Rowden quote retweeted my tweet earlier where I said that Minnesota was going to win 32.5 to cover, right? And he quote retweeted, he says, "Love stalemate show, but this is a bad take. Hawks by a million. Hashtag fight for Iowa." I then rebutted with an Elmo shrug. And he has now said, "Charity of your choice. If I'm wrong, $50, by the way." So what is a
Million?
No.
Million?
No. This is bad.
Uh-oh.
Bad for you.
What is a good charity, wrestling charity?
Probably the one Chris's shirt is.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
No.
1981, 42-0 Iowa.
No.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Dude, that looked bad. If that happens, you need a major.
85,
No, it's a
1985,
wrap.
51-0.
It's a wrap. If that,
It's not.
yeah,
You need
because
32. So Gable pin. You need Gable pin.
Isn't it 31?
32.5 is 32.
Oh, 32. Yeah. Oh, no, he's good. He's walking around. He's fine.
Yeah. So 81 so far.
No, he's good. He's good.
It's not
Let's
over.
go. Let's go, Garrett. Yes. He's fine.
It's so funny being ahead of you guys in this conversation.
He's fine. Let's go, Garrett. Woo,
right.
my man. Dude, that looked like
right,
he broke his leg in half. I thought he broke his leg. Oh my
It's like
gosh.
the longest
This
yard
is-
quotes running through my head. I did break his freaking leg.
Someone on Caleb Bradley on Twitter says, "Looks like Joel's knee might be shaving points." Injuries are not funny though.
Right.
The quoter listens to podcast at 1x speed. That is criminal now.
I can't listen to him at 1x speed. I've tried. I know you said you do that. I can't do it.
Okay,
Do
10
what?
to 1.
Listen at 1x or sorry, 1.5.
I'm at it depends on the show. I use Overcast on my iPhone. So some of my shows are like Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. If you listen to him at 1x, you'll be there for 5 hours. That's why I named Earl the Dan Carlin of wrestling, because his cadence is, "This is a sudden history podcast on the open D1collegewrestling.net. I'm your host, Earl Smith. Today, going to talk to Daryl Vasquez as a national finalist for Cal Poly." Yeah, that's like he's got that Dan Carlin method of speaking, so you got to speed it up.
I love watching Vasquez.
I don't listen at 2. I'm at 1.8.
Yeah, I loved watching Vasquez win number 4 for California, be the first 4-timer.
Yeah, beat Jacob Palomino, right?
That was the year before. So his junior year, he went up to stop Palomino from becoming the first 4-timer, and then a year later, he beat a kid named Jason Williams out of Clovis, who was a sophomore. But yeah, his junior year, he went up and he wrestled Palomino so that he. I mean, what kind of balls is that? Being like, you know what? You think you're going to be the first 4-timer? I'm going to go up and beat you, and then I'm going to do it a year later.
Dude, Palomino was the truth. That guy was amazing.
So good.
Oh,
He's the
man.
reason you have to tie your shoe. He's the reason they had the taping of your laces.
Well, him and the Iranians.
I guess his freshman year in the semis, he untied his shoelaces to get a breather.
All right, well, last time Iowa did shut out Minnesota, 1985, 51-0.
Woo.
So there have been 3 shutouts in the series.
51-0. How many
So there's
tens is
a
that?
conversion. Mama's knock you out right now. What in the hell is this?
Do you guys think Gable's
I
available?
mean,
Right.
because Gable's brother sings some country music.
Okay.
All right, a decision does it for you.
Yeah, by half a point.
Yep.
So we can win.
Could be a half a point or a mile. Winning's winning.
Let's go. Gable. This is gonna hit. Everyone's gonna hear me.
How about this? What if Gable wins and gets hit a team point at the end after the match?
Good vibes only, Jason. Good vibes only. Goodbye, Jason. You're out of the chat. Somebody else is joining, baby. Let's go.
Although when Bet DSI was running, when they did their lines, I was keeping track of what they were doing just to see how whoever was doing them was close or not. And I'm looking at the over-unders mainly. And then Minnesota was here wrestling Oklahoma State, and John Smith lost a team point. And I'm doing the math on one. Somebody's going to get pissed at that lost team point.
Yep. Yeah, the Bet DSI I really liked, but once it became legal in the United States, all these onshore, I don't use Bet DSI anymore. It's just having your money locked up overseas is always kind of scary.
Yeah, I don't mess with any of it. The only time I've ever gambled is when I'm in Las Vegas.
That's a good time.
I did have some money. I did have some money bets back in the day too. It was like, oh, we're in Vegas, like at the World Championships. I'm like, well, there's a lot. I mean, it's right here. Well, I'm in the sports book. I figure I'm okay to do this here. Yeah, it was back when ODU was running the air raid football offense. It's like, always take ODU in the over, and always bet against Georgia State. And I was money.
This is gonna be good. Good weekend of gambling.
We went up like 10 viewers for this last match.
I just sent out another tweet.
Well, that's going. I'll tell you another story about Jason Williams, the kid that Vasquez beat his senior year. The next year, he was in the quarters wrestling a guy named Bobby Gonzalez from Vallejo High School. And Bobby's actually on Twitter at Bobby707. I actually won. I had $20 on the match because somebody thought Williams was
sorry.
Gable's
stalking Cassiope right now.
Turn your thing around. Turn your thing around.
I can't. I'll get booted out of here, dude.
Oh, you're right.
But yeah,
remember, Jason Bright is a jerk. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so Bobby Gonzalez was doing the Muhammad Ali foot shuffle in the quarterfinals of the state tournament against the returning state finalist. And the kid from Williams gets mad, and Bobby throws him into the row of referees sitting that side. Literally, like knocks like 4 referees back in their chairs. It was kind of a fun story that had to do with that same kid. So.
Oh, there he is. There's the stock. I'm gonna do it too. Good vibes. Here we go.
All right. I'm refreshing my page to make sure I'm as live as possible.
Oh, here we go.
Like, I so wish this was freestyle.
Oh, I heard takedown.
You'll see why in a second. Well.
He's going to lock it up for us, right? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, he's got to go. This guy's got to go.
Well, missed the Powerball ticket cutoff.
Dude, Gable put on some real weight.
Yeah, he wasn't just at the snack bar or the Sizzler.
Yeah.
I just did. Oh, wait. He needs to.
All right.
I just did the calculator to do 35 minus 3 just to double check. I'm that guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
that 97-pound injury had me shook.
I'm turning the mic off when there are scores. Either way.
Thank you. Yeah, hey, Tyler, he bet all the Snailbaits YouTube money on this.
He keeps the funds away from me for his betting funds.
Let's go.
There's a hotline for that.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the numbers you used to call. It started with 976, Chris. Pick up the phone.
Gable.
Sometimes you get lonely at night.
Right after like Evan Almighty went off on TBS.
Oh, there we go. There we go, buddy.
Dude, Ferrari was doing some like crazy grunting when he was wrestling down at Little Rock last week. He'd be like doing a double leg and be like, he's like driving towards him, sparkly grunting Monica Seles style.
Isn't that how you deadlift? Ha!
Pretty much. That's what he sounded like against the Little Rock guy.
I think it'd be funny if
like
we went
bad,
to
bad Japanese dubbed Godzilla movie or something.
if we went to Stillwater and did a lifting video with him. That'd be funny. Have me out there doing deadlift.
Yeah, there's a Stillwater in Minnesota too, right?
You guys can do a TikTok dance together.
I'm down.
I'm 41 years old. I have no business being on TikTok.
I got to be unbanned from Stillwater now, right?
Chandler Rogers helps.
I don't know.
Just
Chandler
if you ever do go there, just make sure you wear this.
I don't think I'll do that.
I do have the last chance open champion shirt. I did buy that one.
That was a good one. 4-2. Okay. We're eating. We're eating. Gable's a monster.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the conversation to get a pin or a major over the number 3 guy in the country, you're pretty good at wrestling.
Now that I think
I'm
back
not mistaken.
Now that I think back at it, what could have went better for Iowa for them to cover that? What weight comes to mind that like didn't go the way that they needed it to cover?
Ironman could have gotten a fall instead of a major.
Yeah.
So that was so far gone.
That's why I thought the line was so bad. That's why I was like, all day I'll take it at that. It's an easy bet. I mean,
was there an over under? That's what I want to know. Was there an over under on this one?
No, just a spread.
Okay. Yeah, over unders are the ones I would sit there and look at.
They only do the spread and then they'll do futures. So like you can not right now, but last year at the end of the year you could pick like certain teams to win Big Ten only or NCAA's. But they didn't do Big 12 or anybody else. They only did Iowa duels and then the future.
Thanks for tuning in, Jeff. Glad to have you.
Yeah,
ZOU. It is weird sitting this far away from wrestling. I've been sitting mat side for like freaking like 20 years, man. This is so weird. I sat like way up in the top of the Big Tens, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to go see my buddies down there with tickets.
Well, you are technically not supposed to cheer from press row, but since you're the only one there, could you cheer if you wanted to?
I'm not the only one here.
Oh, I thought you were.
Well, although the Track Wrestling live scoring is to my left, and then the video guy that's controlling all the cameras is above me. The SIDs are down. We can't even get on the floor. SIDs are down there. Photographers are probably, they're one level down. I do like being up here that I can spread out. I don't have to wear the mask at this moment. I didn't have to wear the mask in Little Rock because the Pac-12 and Sun Belt Conference, which Little Rock is in for all sports, doesn't make the announcer wear a mask because it's too hard to do their job. Whereas other places you have to wear it. Like the Timberwolves guy has to wear a mask when announcing in an empty Target Center.
Just for the visual look of it.
I heard that.
Let's go, Cassiope baby. Sounds really different across the internet than it does here. I'm just curious what the other side of that room looks like. We've seen the bar and the Mac. I'm just curious on what's behind it.
Over there, I got my indoor pool. I got my home gym over there. The sushi chef is in the corner.
Kill room in the left side.
Yeah, then No,
Is your home?
it's a mess right now, so I'm not going to show it. This is the pretty side. 3-5. I mean,
Oh, that's where you're at. 3-5.
yeah. Oh, 2 takedown. No, I'm at 7-3. What are you at?
Stevenson's hurt.
Shut up.
7-3. Hey,
Don't
Alex,
even do that.
he's
Tyler's
gonna
got to
go
go.
to the
See ya.
Alex, he's going to the WWE.
Oh, wait, that's
Yeah.
a Bears logo. He's got to get out of here.
Yeah.
See ya, boy. Just kidding. You can come back
Go
in.
Bucks.
There you go. I felt bad. Tanning bed, Tony Rotundo? No, I don't have one of those yet. You using the Jen? Hey, Mark, look like that. Oh, look at that sun.
Dude,
I'm just kidding.
Cassiope looks so frustrated.
I would be too. 9-4, let's go. We're getting Pizza Hut.
Damn, that's where you take her to dinner? Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut. Let's go. Nobody out pizzas the hut, bud. Nobody out pizzas the hut. I haven't used this one yet. I haven't used this one. Let's go.
No. We will not do that.
The air horn. Let's go.
Is that you're trying to win this?
There we go. That's about to be
Get
mine,
your-
actually.
You got to get your name up on there.
Does that have the kid from the Big Green on it?
Yeah, it's the
Oh, Dingers? Is that Big Al?
Or is that the Russian sumo kid that just died?
Whoa.
Hey, we hit,
All right.
fellas.
All right,
Yeah.
I gotta go get Emil. We gotta go home.
All
I
right,
told
thanks
my
for
wife-
doing
my
this.
wife-
Thanks for jumping on.
My wife thought it was 7:00, and I said I thought we started at 7. We started at 8. I'm like, oh crap.
Thanks for jumping
Ugh.
on. Woo! We hit. I cannot believe that
Oh.
that hit at the very end. Thank you, Jason, for coming on.
It
We're in.
Now I can show you what's up.
Thank you.
is.
Here we go.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay home and drink next time.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, what do you think about that? That was fun, huh?
yeah, good times, guys.
Thanks for
Hey, I
hopping
appreciate
on.
you guys having me. That was fun. I didn't think it was going to work this way. I was like, how are they going to keep it pretty live? But we did a good job, so I really appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Everybody, thanks for checking out this stream. We had a good time. The Hawkeyes did their thing, but the Minnesota plus 32.5 people, we ate tonight. I'm so glad I backed out of that bet, and it worked. Wrestle Like a Girl, shout out to them. Barbarian Apparel, shout out to them. Matman, they got the best tape in the game amongst many other things. This headgear that I got to ship out to somebody that won it. But thank you guys, everybody, for watching. Everybody in the chat, you're the best. Let's keep it going. Good wrestling season. We're going to keep doing this all season long. Tyler's wearing stalemates. Chris, what's your Twitter?
The_Mr_Amazing.
Yep. And Tyler, yours?
At Walktill, WALKTYL.
All right. Thank you guys for joining.
Appreciate you
Chris,
guys.
appreciate you, brother.
Summit 1 next Friday.
Summit 1 next Friday. Chandler Rogers. Let's go, baby.
All right.